Obviously, working so closely with our sales department, kind of guiding the team here, and also taking so many calls yourself with our customers and our prospects. When somebody comes to Mosaic, what's kind of their idea of what they're looking for in self-service, especially, and maybe talk a little bit about what are they experiencing out in the market that's led them over to Mosaic so far?
Yeah, I think actually, to be honest, I think most customers are really confused about what to do. One thing that I talk a lot about with our team and that I think is always really important is about having empathy for your buyers. And I think for probably more than ever in the world of AI, this is probably the most important thing because it's so confusing to try to understand what is this stuff. The amount of buzzwords and nomenclature and is it agentic or not really seems to get people tripped up. So I think there's a wide degree of actual understanding of what AI systems can and can't do and what they should be looking for when they're actually trying to plan out a solution. When we're talking to customers, I think the common trend is that all customers are trying to figure out how to expand their support capabilities without just adding headcount into the mix. So they're either trying to figure out how to reduce their case volumes, or they're trying to figure out how to make the cases that they do take in actually be resolved more effectively, or they're trying to think at a more strategic level around how can I use the data we have access to improve these systems. And so this is typically, sort of the common trends that I see. And when we're speaking specifically about self-service, I think there's a lot of education that has to happen around how do you bring AI effectively into your organization, to your customer base, and leverage a lot of the tooling you already have in place. A really great example of this that I think has changed a lot in probably the last 6 months is most of our customers are very reliant on their support portal. The natural way that a customer reaches out to them, either they get there through their product or through their website, but they end up in their support portal and there's a process to submit a case. This case submission process is actually really complex. There's a lot of conditional logic. There's a lot of sort of gotchas. There's a lot of considerations about who we're talking to and what we're talking about. And this case form has had a ton of investment from their business to get it right. And this is an area that today is completely ignored from an AI perspective. So most customers are thinking, well, I have this case form, but I think now I need to launch a chatbot. I need to move to conversational AI. And what we're starting to see is that there's actually a much better way to approach this. There's an opportunity to actually augment the existing case submission form to directly intercept cases and do so in a very natural way that drives great business results and is done specifically for that customer type.